After 38 years, San Angelo Museum of Fine Arts founding director Howard Taylor will step back from his position as president. He will continue as president emeritus next year, helping the new director get settled. Over the decades, Taylor has helped San Angelo residents feel a sense of community as a part of their art museum.
I stopped here because our ceramics collection has become famous. Put San Angelo on the map.
And Howard Taylor played a big role in that.
Now, we've run into a little problem, and it's a nice one. Our collection is about 50 times bigger than this. So this room that started out as an opportunity to see open collections is now just a sampler.
After arriving in San Angelo almost 40 years ago, Taylor became director of the San Angelo Museum of Fine Arts. The first exhibit opened in 1985 in a building at Fort Concho. 10 years later, he led the campaign to build a multi-million-dollar museum building along the Concho River, internationally recognized for its design.
Our building is ancient. I always say someday it'll make a great ruin, like a ruined castle, because it's made of massive blocks of limestone that were quarried in Garden City, Texas, right here in Texas.
Inside, the flooring is blocks from Texas mesquite trees.
But they were made by a couple, the pieces cut out, and then a team had to come in and lay every single one. I think there's over 500,000 tiles that were laid individually.
San Angelo's museum is known for its national ceramic competition.
It's important that we educate the community about everything that's going on. And so we organized a national ceramic competition, and guess what? We get all the ideas that are happening out there in the world entered into this show.
Through the years, many of the show's winners have ended up in this visible collection storage room.
And then you see curious objects like this that, is there anything like that really in nature? And yet it kind of feels like something you've seen.
The museum collection also includes artwork from West Texas artists, like dentist turned jewelry maker Bart Mann.
He was one of the most inventive people in the world. These things are solid gold with precious stones in them, and they're just amazing. And in Mexico, they have these, papier traditions of working with paper.
Taylor is proud of the museum's education program.
33,000 children a year engaged in active programs, not just peeking and looking around, but doing things.
His assessment of the art world today is it's all happening all at once.
So there's never been a time in the history of art where it's been more diverse, and you can't just say this is what's happening, because everything is happening.
Taylor has always felt a sense of community with the San Angelo Fine Arts Museum and the idea that it should reflect what's happening around it.
That's what the museum's about, and I think the hallmark of everything we wanted to do, because we have a saying, is we're not just about art on the walls, but if that art is there, what does it mean? I mean, what are people learning? How are we making a better world? And so the rest of our saying is we're not just about art on the walls, but the community is the greatest work of art.
The museum's board of directors has hired Alex Freeman to replace Howard Taylor as the museum director. Taylor will remain with the museum next year as development director.